Eastville, baby.
Holy Spirit, Father, Son.
Okay, hi, my name is PROTEK. Some call me PROTEK Lasheva. I am a musician, I rap, and sometimes I can choose to sing. It's your business. And basically me. Yeah.
May your days be long. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Um, Growing up for me was first I'm like the last of four. Um, uh, included, but my dad is the definition of what you call the disciplinarian. God, who is late now, and my mom, because of my mom, you can call me Omo teacher. My mom she's a school teacher. She teaches, and I was very stubborn growing up. I was not born into a Christian family per se. I was born into a proper family, but not the type where we hold hands together, fellowship at night, or fellowship in the morning, read Bible study, and all that. No, I wasn't born into a Christian family like that. Not the type where they force you to church on Sunday, So I found Christ at my later age, later stage in life. I think after high school, and it's been fun for me. It's been fun. I gave my life to Christ after high school and got into music. I was into music before I gave my life to Christ, so it's been my life is a glorious life.
You alone are worthy of my praise. I cannot leave it there without you in my life. So I let your spirit take control. I be like,
even though my family wasn't like a traditional Christian family growing up, while I was going to boarding school, I remember one thing my father gave to me, and I think it's one of the greatest gifts I've received after salvation. He gave me a Bible, that blue, not to be sold Bible. He gave it to me and he said, read this. Let this be your best friend. All of that. And then I really felt, because I was stubborn. And I felt my parents hated me, sending me to the north. Young boy, I was like, how old? I was barely 13. Sending me to just shipping me out of Lagos now. I felt they hated me. I felt they didn't really like me. I was like, so when he gave me the Bible, I was like, what's this man giving to me? I really didn't value it till later on in life. One thing I learned was the fact that I was here and now I'm here. Or rather, I was there and now I'm here. I know the difference. And that is what I don't joke with. The fact that I tell my friends whenever we fellowship, I say to them, the greatest gift you can give to your child, is the knowledge of Christ from a very tender age. So forget all the slave queens, slave papas, slave mamas, and all of that. If you guys, because you can't give what you don't have, if you guys are not filled with the word, if you guys are not filled with life, I'm a dispenser of life. If you guys are not filled with the word, if you guys are not rooted, trust me, you can't give that to your child. You understand? So I often advise them, as if you're in a relationship or you intend to get married or you're planning to get married already. I think what you guys should be doing right now while courting is, understanding what you're getting into, like understanding the word of God, understanding Christ, and making Christ the foundation of first your lives, then your home, and all that. So one of the major things I learned was my children must have the full knowledge of Christ. He's not going to be by force, or at the same time, he's going to be by force. You understand? Because there's something I know. Growing up, I lacked, and I saw the difference. I mean, it cannot be overemphasized. The kind of relationship I had with my dad and my mom was, I'm the last born, so they kind of spoiled me a lot. Despite the fact that I said my father is a disciplinarian, my father is the kind of person that if you see your body come like this, you go wrong kind of book they flip through, whether you like it or whether they read or not, you understand. Just to give him that, that made believe that man, dad I've been studying, So he's that kind of man. Put your head in the books, study hard. If you want to achieve anything in life, you need to work hard and all of that. Besides that, I had a very beautiful experience with my dad growing up until till I got into SS1. Then we had a major fallout. Then we reconciled. Then he passed on. My dad, growing up, my dad said something to me. He said, "You're stubborn." He called me one day. He said, "You're stubborn, but this is what I want you to do." It's not bad to be stubborn. As a matter of fact, it's very good to be stubborn. But I want you to channel this stubbornness into achieving things. Channel it into achieving something for yourself. Don't be stubborn and not be wulu. Be stubborn and make sure, don't take no. When they say, man, you want to achieve something, and they say, no, you can say, no, I would achieve it. I can do it, I can. So he said that's the kind of stubbornness I expect from you. Not the type that is not productive. Let your stubbornness give you results. And that is one of the things, for those who know me, they know that, man, don't come to me when it comes to some things, because, man, I'll tell you, man, I believe if I can say it, I can achieve it. So don't just let me say it. If I can say it, yeah, it's doable and it's done. As long as I can envision it, as long as I can see the pictures, it is done. So I thank my dad for that. That's one of the things he
Yeah. Lord, you've been there for me from the word go. You've been there.
Okay. My dad passed on. I was in Uganda, East Africa, for an event. I was touring. Yeah, I was in East Africa, and no, before then, I received a call from my mom. I was in Port Harcourt for an event and received a call from my mom that my dad was ill. My father is a soldier, retired soldier. So he's a strong man. When I mean a strong man, we've never ever rushed my father to the hospital. We only take my father to the hospital when he had an accident. Okay, all my life, I think the only times that I've heard that my father went to the hospital was when he fought Biafra War. They shot him in his leg. He went to the hospital. Then he had an accident when I was growing up. That Biafra War, I didn't even see it. I heard. You understand? Then I saw pictures. And while I was growing up, he had an accident. He was rushed to the hospital. Then that day, my mother just called me. Bro, my son, where are you? She thought I was in Lagos. I said I was in Lagos. I had an event, and I'm not even around. She kind of said, I need you to take your dad to the hospital. He's not feeling so well. I was like, okay. I think my elder ones are in Lagos. Let me call them. Maybe they should send a driver, or they come themselves and take them. She was like, okay. I have never been. Whenever they call me, your dad wants to see you or something. I've never been this, pushy. Like, I just say, tell him I'll come and see him. I go to see him eventually, And I noticed this urgency on the inside of me. I noticed that it was unusual. I was worried. Like, I called my brother. I started speaking in tongues under my breath. I called my brother and he said he was on the island. I said, whatever you're doing, please, if you can't send a driver, if you can't go send a driver, send someone. Eventually did, you know, and that was it. So I felt everything was cool. I called her for like close to like 6 to 7 times. Wasn't picking. Then I knew something was wrong. So I started speaking in tongues under my breath. My friend Sam Jones was with me. And Sam Jones said, what was happening? I said, man, I don't know. You know, he joined me in praying. We're in the green room. We're just speaking in tongues. We're praying, and I noticed my phone ringing. I picked it up. It was my mom. Mama, what's happening? So it's your father. It's your father. And it was really late. I'm talking about 1 a.m. You know, it's your father. That day was on a Friday into Saturday. So it was really, it's your father. And I said, okay, how is he? So he said, he's just screaming, my chest. I said, okay, cut the call. He said, do you want to talk to him? I said, yeah, I can't talk to him now, cut the call. I went back inside. I held hands with Sam Jones. We prayed till I had this conviction on the inside of me that, you know, I should call back and confirm. And I called my mom back, like about an hour later. You know, Mama, how is he now? He said it's better now. And I was like, glory to God. You know, this victory is ours and all of that. We just, you know, said words and confessions and all of that, proclamations and all of that. And she said, do you want to talk to him? I said, no, let him rest. And I got up stage. We ministered. That it was a glorious night. Over 5,000 souls won. Healings were. It was a crusade in Uganda. It was awesome. You know, over 5,000 souls won. Miracles. The blind eyes were opened. The deaf ears popped open. You know, the dumb, they started speaking again and all of that. The lame walked and all. So the next day, or that same day, which happens to be on a Saturday, I received a call from my brother, and he was like, we are now with, he just called me and said, with your father, he wants to talk to you. And when I said, okay, give him the phone, because I just woke up. I will give him the phone. He faintly was weak, you know. I said, how are you? I'm very well, sir. You know, I said, when are you coming to see me? I said, soon. I said, I'm sorry that I could not, you know, the plan was, you know, I'll spend a day, but I was too tired to come. I said, soon. I said, I promise before I connect my flights, since the house is close to the airport, the international airport, before I connect my flight to Dublin, I'll just stop by and see you. And I said, okay. I flew back to Nigeria on a Monday, and when I touched down, I noticed that the moment I'm on my phone, I received like how many text messages. And the moment I just on my phone, my brother called me, where are you? I said, I'm actually preparing to, you know, connect to Dublin. He said, don't go, come. I was like, why? I said, come. And I went home, and apparently they've been trying to reach my other friends, TV, everybody, they've been trying to reach everybody. I got there, you know, I said, man, sit down. I sat down. That was when he told me that my dad passed on that very day, like early hours of Monday. I was like, what? You know, I was crying, and I kept saying something. I was too busy to sing. And the Holy Spirit rebuked me and said something. You were busy for me. It wasn't a loss, you know. It was a gain and all that. And that's my own consolation. So I believe he's in a better place, and the glorious thing is that he gave his life to Christ before he passed on. My salvation experience, okay, I got expelled from high school, like, I got expelled. I couldn't come back home. I was just scared, like, man, I don't form my bond. You know. And eventually, my dad heard, and he said he sent for me to come. I did. And you know, I was one of those that, I don't know if you are one of them or you know one of us. Then, our the only thing we wanted to do in university or in college then was just to join cults, to be a frat boy, fly colors and all of that. I was that stupid, like I was that crazy, man. So my mindset, while other guys were busy saying, man, I want to go and study engineering, I want to go and study banking and finance, I want to go and study this, blah blah blah. Mine is that I want to go and join cults. That was the goal, to be a fraternity, a frat boy, and all that. I won't go into that. I got expelled from my school due to some things, and my pop herd brought me back home. And I got back home, started new stuff, I started the Shashe, started press computer, all those Yahoo things and everything. One, it started out of boredom. Secondly, my father, had to cut the cash flow and all of that. I needed to raise money for myself, and I had very intelligent friends around me. Very, very intelligent friends. And we were one of the kids that started this back in the day. For those who know Wisha, Keja very well. For those who know Lagos, Nigeria very well, know Keja, know Anifo Wisha. We were one of the kids that started this. So I was very deep into it, doing that and other things, just to fill in the void on the inside of me, because there was this emptiness that I just needed to fill. If I know do Shashe, if I know Maga no pay, I did club. If I know the on top system, the press system, I did club, the chill, girls, the smoke weed, pop leave, everything. It got crazy. I had it up to here. I could not. I eventually got into their institution. I could not stay in one campus in one university because of running from one university to another. Was in Obafemi University, couldn't stay there. I didn't even stay up to the semester. I didn't even do up to this. Did I even enter? I ran to Ekboma. Then eventually I left Ekboma. I went to Ibadan for a bit. I left Ibadan and I just go hide myself for one other school like that. But thank God I was able to, get a degree of that school. And I missed all of this. Before then, before getting a degree, my in and out of school and all that. I missed all of that. I was so sick and tired of the kind of life I was living. My brother, who was then in Boma, was in a fellowship, the Rain Fellowship there in court. They called him a BLW, just go back from school. And he was just staring at me like, dude, like he knew I was asking questions, like, he just brought the answer to me and he said, I know you're going through a lot. I know you want to fill in a void on the inside of you. You say there's alcohol, you say there's drugs, you see all the things that you're chasing. You will know that can never fill that void. The only thing that will fill the void, the only true thing that will fill the void is Christ. That very day led me to Christ. That day filled me with the Holy Ghost. That day I started speaking in tongues, and my life has been from glory to glory. Before then, I was an artist. Before then, I was close to landing myself a major record deal in Nigeria. Myself and my crew then we're close to landing ourselves in major, I will mention the record label, but it was a very big record label. close to landing ourselves a major record deal in Nigeria. And that moment, I had to put everything on hold and said, okay, God, let me follow the lead. At this point, whatever you say, goes for me. And I left the crew. The record deal, I told them to, man, keep it. They should, but they could not sign because one person was out, so it affected them signing the deal, but I left. I started all over again, all over again, and trust me, it's been from glory to glory. From then till now, it's been glorious, and I cannot go further by, not saying this. Shout out to the Rooftop MCs. I want to really, use this opportunity to say thank you, Silas. Thank you for looking out for this young boy. You guys knew me as a secular artist. You knew the fact that I had potentials. And I saw you guys at events. Whenever you guys freestyle, whenever we had a freestyle session, you guys were the only gospel artists in our circle. And I noticed something about you guys. Whenever you guys start rapping, everybody keeps quiet to listen to you guys. I knew you guys carried something. When I gave my life to Christ, you guys were the first Christians to reach out to me as regards musicians. Thank you guys, because Saz, man, I still reach out to you guys. I still call you guys for advice and to tell me how to go, what to do, what not, and all that. Thank you for always picking my calls. Thank you for, I love you all. And this is not a Rooftop MCs tribute album, but I have to say that. I have to chip that in. So, from when I gave my life to Christ, I remember the first CD I listened to, because at this point, all my Wu-Tang, all my Grave Diggers, all my Nas and everything, I kept them aside. I could not listen to them again because I needed to refill myself with something. I needed to unlearn what I used to know, and refill myself with, something, with life. And the transition was just too awkward for me, from to I worship you, great. It wasn't a smooth transition for me. I was still struggling in terms of music and all of that. Then this day, my brother and Samsung, the famous Samsung, shout out to Samsung too. The story is not complete without him. Came into he's friends with my brother. He was friends with my brother. Then they came into the house, and my brother just tossed the CD on me, and it was the Rooftop MCs album. I listened to the album and I cried. I cried. And then God spoke to me that this is what I want you to do. Yeah. These were his words. He said, if I can use a rod in Moses' hands, how much more this gift I've greatly blessed you with. He said, this is what I want you to do. He said, you would bring many to salvation. Many will know me through. Because of you, many will know me. Because of this thing, many will know me. Through this thing, many will know me. Many will receive salvation through this. Many will come to the knowledge of Christ through this and all that. So, I took that and I ran with it, and it's been I got hooked up with Christ. Like, it became my new drugs, Then my man of God, Pastor Chris, the message from my man of God, Pastor Chris, was all I needed, to seal everything, because I needed that knowledge. It was beyond the skill. It was beyond the music know-how, how to do music and all that. It was beyond now living your life as a Christian. I needed that knowledge. I needed to understand what I just got myself into. And the only person that could that the Lord used for me as regards that is Pastor Chris Oyakla. He taught me the word of God in the simplest of all forms, and that helped me to better see life and better live my life, So music has been glorious for me. I've been touring. Presently I'm working on my album. I had my first PROTEK concert last year, and the next one is happening this year. Not last year, some months back, because it's not a year already, And the next one is happening very soon. We're working towards. Okay, from here onward, before now I just dropped a single titled Ngalaba featuring Frank Edwards. You can get it from my website, www.proteklasheva is on the screen. Make sure you copy it, and it's also on all digital platform, iTunes, Boomplay. You know them now. You know those platforms you like buy music from. Buy, support the brand, support the boy. And also I'll be having my yearly concert again this year. The date, time, venue will be communicated to you also, and trust me, it's going to be bigger and better. There might be a surprise guest appearance, surprise co-headliner. But I can tell, maybe someone from America, maybe someone from, you never can tell. So just keep your fingers crossed and be ready to buy tickets, because it's not for free. Basically, moving on, I hope to see Christian hip hop on that platform where the young guys can say, kids growing up can say, talented kids would say, I want to rap for Jesus. Because I love rapping for Jesus, and I know if I rap for Jesus, I would be comfortable, because you want to know the truth. A lot of kids don't believe that they will be comfortable and rap for Jesus, but the truth is you can be comfortable. All you just need to do is have faith in Christ and know that in Him you can have everything, get everything you want. And by the way, are you doing it for money? Check your conscience and know your motive, rather, and know why you're doing this. Beyond that, stay off drugs. Stay off drugs and don't be like me. Don't aspire to be a frat man when you enter school. You understand? We can do better. We all can do better. You can be better. You can, who knows? That guy watching me might just be the next president of Nigeria. Might just be the real change we're looking for. So be you, stay off drugs, hold on to Christ, stay in school, go to church, read your Bible, understand the word of God for yourself and for the people around you. Always tell the next man about Jesus. Tell your friends about Jesus. The time you used to talk about girls, talk about Jesus. The time you used to talk about boys, talk about Jesus. I'm talking to the young guys and the young girls out there. I'm not saying don't talk about boys and girls. Yeah, it's allowed. But also talk about Jesus. Talk about Jesus. Have fun. Have fun in Christ.
Amen. 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 Amen.